We are going to study about Gitobu Imanyara. Now, those who have heard of young Turks, you cannot mention all the young Turks without including Gitobu. You will call it Gitobu Imanyara, but we Merus, we call him Gitobu Imanyara. Dhaka shumaga mbere yalioha dhaka shoka na kororima. I speak Kimeru. He was born on 15th August 1953 and he went to Nairobi School. While at Nairobi School, there was concern that he used to lead students into strikes. In 1977, he graduated from Nairobi University with a degree in law. You know, from his childhood, he wanted to be a journalist, but his dad wanted him to be a lawyer. I also had my own issues with my father. My father, every time people tell me that I have good communication skills and ask me why I should have even been a teacher, especially of history, I remember my late father, because my late father wanted me to be a teacher and I wanted to be a police officer or even a member of the disciplined forces. So Gitobu Imanyara wanted to be a journalist. His father wanted him to be a lawyer. So he went to Nairobi University and graduated as a lawyer. Then in 1987, he started a magazine, which is there still today, called Nairobi Law Monthly. Nairobi Law Monthly, it is now run by Grand Mullah. So he continued with Nairobi Law Monthly, but around 88, 89, when the call for multipartyism came, he started using that one as an avenue of extending democratic rights. He was arrested, I think 2 times. He was arrested about the Nairobi Law Monthly. Detained and then later released. Then again, when he was released, then again he continued writing Nairobi Law Monthly. And then he was detained again. Okay, there was this detention that there was gazetted or anything, but then there is another detention where you are held and incommunicado, nobody knows where you are, and you stay there for. That is why the new laws and constitutions came up and said that a person must be released within 24 hours or be taken to court. Now, you young people now know where the genesis of such things. The advantage of being as an NIS person is that all those books, when they are being confiscated, if you are found with those books, kina Mwakenya, kina Pambana Publication, kina Nairobi Law Monthly, there are these Gonya Wakakonya's books. They used to be kept in our stores, and I would take them and read. So I totally agreed with Nairobi Law Magazine. The only thing that I did not agree with it was once they had this thing they call public opinion, whereby you tear a paper there and then they say, if elections are held today, whom would you vote for? And you know, the people who used to buy Nairobi Law Magazine are people who were anti-government. So Moi got 0. Imagine an election where Moi gets 0. But you see, those people who used to buy those newspapers and whatever were usually anti-government. You could not get a Kanu person maybe doing that. That is the genesis of public opinion, where you find, although nowadays the technology has overtaken, where you find the people now use their smartphones and so on and so on. So it was during, I wanted to talk about during those detention, but I want to say that I do understand you can set a trap and it catches you. I do understand that my manuscript, of which somebody has come out graciously, has accepted my manuscript, but most of the publishing houses were afraid of my manuscript because they still think that NIS, of course NIS cannot today do that, but they still think that NIS can come and dismantle the printing press. Gitobu Imanyara bought several printing machines because our people would go there at night, dismantle that, he buys another one. Those are the challenges of those days, and that is why even today, many publishers, 7 years down the line, publishers refuse to even look at my manuscript. The other thing that the publishers refuse to look at my manuscript is that the government, they have this fear that, I don't know whether I'll say it is far-fetched or anything, but they have this fear that should they publish my manuscript, it will happen this way, that in future, when the government is publishing CBC material, their publishing house will be silently be noted and they'll do whatever. So it was during this time, the two detentions, the ungazetted detention, that Gitobu Imanyara got brain tumor. He was treated and he completely recovered. But I'm mentioning that because there are some cure characteristics that he got that I may be tempted to ask myself, are they connected to the tumor? When multi-party started, he joined Ford, the original Ford, but when Ford broke into two, Ford Asili and Ford Kenya, most of those young Turks, intellectuals and whatever, we are being called young Turks, joined Ford Kenya, and he was among those who joined Ford Kenya and was made the General Secretary of Ford Kenya. Before continuing, I want to talk about Young Turks. Young Turks is a name that is derived from Turkey. There's a time when Turkey used to be overthrown by generals, elderly and whatever. So young officers of the middle rank like majors and lieutenant colonel overthrew the government and changed a lot of things. They were young, they were middle-age rank, and so that they were called Young Turks. Yani, Turks, the name is from Turkey. So when you have politics of elders and you have a group of young men who are very active, they were nicknamed Young Turks. So that is how the name Young Turks came. Gitobu Imanyara, Paul Muite, Mohisa Kitui, who else? Surprise. Yes, Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga, once upon a time, he used to be a young man. In 1997, Gitobu Imanyara contested and won a seat to represent Imenti Central, 1997. As of now, he is not. I would freely say that he has left politics. But towards the end of the leaving politics, he also left politics under certain circumstance that he was of the political leanings that the people around his place did not have. So he used to find himself on the wrong side. Like when his people were pro Kibaki, especially around 2007, and he was leaning towards Raila. There was an incident, he was called to State House. Now, State House is a very funny place whereby it is, even if you fight and the Inspector General is there, he cannot arrest you. It is only when the president says that you'll be arrested within the State House. There are some immunities within State House. So there is an altercation which happened between him and Mama Lucy, and we may never know. But it was said that he slapped Mama Lucy and she slapped him. We may never know. But for such a thing to happen in State House, and I'm made to understand that before the Kibakis died, I think they came to they walisikizana. And another incident is he was driving along State House Road, and he was carjacked by some people. That this was 2013, when the mountain region, of course Imenti is Maryland, when the people in the area were pro Jubilee, URP TNA Jubilee, and he says that people hijacked him. He told him, okay, where does Mount Kenya face? He said there. Then he said Mlima na Uhuru, such things. It is quite possible those are the after effects of that is the after effects of the tumor that he may have. That may be after effects of the tumor that he had in prisons. I said he represented Central Imenti. There is a place in Imenti, I think it is in Central Imenti, where all Meru leaders come from one place. You see Binjiwe here, you see King of Meru, Angaine. I'm told, I've never been to Meru, but I'm told that it is just within the stone throw away. So, viewers, that is Gitobu Imanyara. We should not forget the 3 decades of 80s, of 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And you should also not forget that there is a till number there. Actually, the till number is to assist me publish my book. Thank you.